Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you all for being here today. It's been a long day, and I had to do a lot of things, a lot of running around just before the holiday. But I am here, and like I said, I'm going to show up, you know, can't promise the time, but I will be here Monday through Friday. Unless something happens like I can't get on due to a technical problem or I come in at midnight or something like that. But I hope you all are doing well. Thank you all for being here today. And I hope you had a good day. When I left to go to work this morning, guys, all of a sudden it started like pouring rain. And thank God I was able to leave in enough time uh, to get out because people were driving crazy on the road. It's like crazy. There was one person that was speeding in and out of traffic. It was really crazy. And anyway, and then when I got to work, it stopped raining. It's weird. And I swear, this is when I left work, it started raining again. And I'm like, oh my God. But, the weather cleared up. So, hopefully we're done with the rain for a few days, you know. Then I ran into this black stray cat that I would feed, you know, buy a couple of cans of cat food and feed her. I haven't seen her in a few months, so I thought something happened to her. Until what was it, yesterday, I think. I was leaving to go to work and she showed up and looked like she was pissed off or something. And I'm like, sorry, I don't know where you've been for the last month or so, but I got to go to work. And then I swear, these animals understand what you're saying to them. And when I said that, she just glanced at me and then she took off. It was so funny. I was just laughing. Like, I think these animals really understand what we're talking about because I used to feed her like every 2 days and she would come. But I didn't see her for a long time. These cats are funny to me, you know. I love animals. And one time I didn't feed her and I came out and she was right there on the porch. Like, and she, you know, had an attitude. It's so funny. But anyway, I didn't see her today. But my day's been crazy. I hope you guys had a good day. And I'm looking forward to the weekend and just resting because I've been all over the place this week with meetings and in and out of meetings all week. And had to cancel one to tomorrow that I had because I have training tomorrow, so I can't do another meeting that I wanted to do. But anyway, let's get into this topic. Welcome, newcomers, if you're here. And thank you all for continuing to share these videos. They're reaching other people. And right now I have 50 subscribers, so that's good. That's that's increasing, which is a good thing. I really try to talk to people from a space of how I got over things. I'm talking from a personal space. I'm not a social worker or a therapist. I don't have a degree or certification in that category, but I'm someone who's talking from experience. And I think experience is the best teacher. When you go through so much that is literally can take you out of here, but because of God and my perseverance and my will to never give up is what helped me. And I don't know where you guys are in this journey called life, but back in 2020, it was real bad. It was bad for a while. And I had to wake up and see what was happening around me. And what really got me, people, is the deaths. I had a friend who was just a couple of years older than me. And 2 days before we were supposed to get together just to hang out or whatever. I mean, really good people. And she was found dead in her kitchen or something. And I'm like, no, she's not. I just talked to her on the phone. That shook me to my very core. Besides losing my mom, she died my mom died in April. She died in June. That shook me to my very before. It's like, oh my God, and it made me realize how much we are all on borrowed time. We are all on borrowed time. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us, no matter what we think, and it really shook me up. And, so it made me look at life differently, people. It made me just look at life differently because in a skip of a heartbeat, we could all be gone, not be here, and we have to embrace life to the fullest and make the best of what we have, and not, and some people are pessimistic about everything in life. Have you ever been around people like that? Woe is me, just feeling sorry for themselves, always complaining, and etc. I find that as toxic as well, because someone who's on a path to healing, we have to do things to uplift ourselves. That's why I always talk about and emphasize putting ourselves first, investing in yourself, because that's the only way that you're going to build up. If you're investing in you, it's so important to do that. Otherwise, it's hard to heal. And with all these things that's going on in the world today that's spending mostly on misery, we have to take a time out and take care of ourselves, our mental and physical health, so that we can keep growing and evolving. And that's the key factor that I talk about here a lot, is self-love. Because if you don't love yourself, nobody else can love you, and you can't expect to heal the things in your life if you don't love yourself, because you can't grow. So let's get into this topic of discussion today. And it's called Love is the Answer. Love is the answer. And loving on you, And I've heard a lot of comments, not here, but just people who know about my channel and about loving yourself. Some people who can't understand that. That's essential, people. You have to love yourself, because when you start to love yourself, you start to take care of yourself. And as you take care of yourself, it helps you to grow and evolve. Like one of the things I do now, because as you get older, things change on your body, everything changes. I go to the gym, I eat healthier, I take care of myself. If there's an issue, I I'm on it. Whereas before, I would, put it off, put it on a back burner. But the way I see life and things today, how can I put something on a back burner when it involves me, my physical or mental health? That has to be on the front burner. That has to be a priority. It's just like, having an issue with the car. Let's say your engine light come on or something goes wrong and you just don't check it, don't see what it is. Eventually the car can die on you. It's like everything in life. We have to take care of it. We want ourselves to keep going in anything that we're dealing with, because there's a lot of stress in this world today, and we have to find ways to heal from it, especially trauma and losses and things like that, over and over and over again. We have to heal from these things. And one of the ways I find certain ways to heal is through music. Music is a healing force. Laughter is a medicine as well. I just, I don't take in a lot of the news. I was doing that before on a daily basis, just watching the news several times a day. And it can get depressing because it's rarely anything good. And so now, I mean, I look at it for the weather. Maybe I take in about 5 to 7 minutes of it and then I'm off because it starts to be doom and gloom. I know there's certain things we need to know and hear, but I don't have to take it in every second of the day. I get what I need from it, and then I leave it where it is, and then I put on something like video of meditation, uplifting, or just go into prayer with God, thanking God for another day. Thank you for uplifting me. Because as like I talk about all the time, and I'm going to say it again, as you persevere and take steps, you're very serious about um, your healing process and you wanting to get better and taking care of yourself, if you ask God to help you, He's going to help you. He's going to move forward, you know, and take 2 and 3 steps behind the scenes, you know, to help you. And I'm talking from experience. Everything that I talk about here today is from experience that I've gone through, you know, and it's not easy. And I had to fight, crawl, and chew through a lot of things in my life. And one of the things that helped me, the starting point was therapy. You know, my therapist at first, it just felt weird and uncomfortable, but it's an outlet for the pain. And as I started to open up more to him and talk about these things, you know, I found that I was like almost to the point of bitterness about a lot of stuff that was happening besides anger. And I had to keep talking about it, keep finding ways to deal with certain things that was happening in my life. And I realized a lot of the things, and I'm not talking about the deaths, but a lot of these things were I was allowing it to happen to me because I was just letting any and everybody in, and they took my generous nature as being naive. And there's nothing naive about me. I'm a generous person, and you know, I'll help people, but when somebody, you know, want to screw me over, use me, they get cut off, blocked, and delete. And then they understand that, you know, there's nothing naive about me. But, you know, as a person who's been through so many trials and tribulations, there was nobody there for me, you know. But sometimes I'm in a space, if I can help people, I can help people, you know, until they show me otherwise. And I try to keep my space, when I say space, like toxic free. It's important to keep stress down and keep toxicity low in your life, especially when you're trying to heal. You know, love is the answer, but the love starts with yourself, loving yourself. Just take, when I started, it was slow, you know, and don't beat yourself up if it's slow. You know, go at your own pace. But what I advise people to do is take time out for yourself every day, even if it's an hour or 2 hours, you know, per day, and do something for you to that's gonna uplift your spirit. Something, you know, like I said, like taking a bubble bath with candles around, music playing, or having that glass of wine while you're, you know, bathing. Things that's going to uplift you. Going for that jog, taking your dog out, doing something, going by that nice flowers that you want, getting your hair done, getting a pedicure, a massage, you know, a manicure, all these things, you know, things that is going to make you feel good, you know, and it's going, those things nurture your inner child. And as you keep doing that, because, you know, it takes work, you know, and start with therapy. But as you keep doing these steps, you're going to fall off at first, but, you know, get up the next day and start again. You start to feel better. And as you start to feel better, because you're taking care of yourself, you're making sure you're okay, you know, as you feel better, you do better. I couldn't imagine that I'm at the gym a few times a week now. Especially yesterday was difficult in the heat, you know, but I said, okay, I'm not going to stay the length of time that I normally stay. I'm just going to cut that time in half. The important thing is that I made it there. The old version of myself would say, you know what, the hell with this, it's too hot, you know, and I would just go home and rest or whatever. Because the heat sometimes can make you feel lethargic, you know, but it was important that I do that and stay with it. And as I did that, I felt better, even though it was hot out, you know, and I came home and did whatever else I had to do. It's hard to go to the gym after work, you know, and I get up so early in the morning that it's impossible to go before. But just these little things and eating differently, looking for a way to eat healthier, you know, more salads, more things that's going, more, yeah, vegetables and things like that instead of a lot of fried foods and things that is going to change the way I feel. Because when I eat all the, like, used to eat a lot of greasy foods and things like that, it affects how I feel as well. It affects your mood, you know, and it affects everything about my health. So I started to change things. It didn't happen overnight. Just little by little, one step at a time that I talk about. And what I did, which is the key factor, is asking God to help me as I help myself, and He's been doing that. And as I see the results of that, it makes me want to even do more. Love on yourself, take care of yourself. It doesn't matter what the haters think. Just leave them where they are and let them say whatever they want to say. I just tune out that stuff and keep going. We all are supposed to love ourselves, people. Never let anyone tell you anything different, because how can you expect to get love if you don't love yourself? Love is the answer here, you know and I'm talking about real love. I'm not talking about fake this or fake that, because we live in a world today where it's fake love bombing, and fake kisses and hugs and all that stuff. I don't want anything fake. That belongs on a reality TV show, not in real life, not in my real life anyway. And just keep going. And if people don't understand about you loving yourself, you just tell them you need time out to do you, so that you're okay. You know, you can, break it down to them that way. Hey, I need this time out now for me, to take care of me. And it's just like when you are at a job, right? You've been there so many years, etc. It is important to take a break, to take a vacation, because you come in, you do the same thing, etc., and so forth. Sometimes, mentally, you need to get away from it and just go somewhere and relax and take care of you and do something that you enjoy doing. Because when you go back after your vacation, you feel rejuvenated and you can get back to work instead of resenting and, coming in begrudgingly. It's important to take a time out for yourself, and that's what I do. Just little steps. That's the important factor. When you decide to love yourself, for me, it helped me to trust God more, you know, and as I trust God more, I said, listen, at first, especially the scary stuff, because I don't know where it's going to lead, but I talk to God a lot. I have these prayer uh, talk conversations with Him. I don't know where this is going to lead me, God, but I'm going to reach out and do it anyway, and I'm going to trust you for the results that I need. And that's scary and it's hard to do, but walking by faith and not by sight. And I learned to do that. The old version of me before I started the hill was afraid to do that, but now I just trust God with certain things. I'm not saying to do something outrageous, but just things that take a chance on something that's going to enhance my life for the better, even though I don't know what the outcome is going to be. But I'm trusting God as He walked with me as I make these changes and step out. Because none of this is easy, but it's fulfilling as you continue to move forward. It's so important to take care of yourself, and keep your space less toxic as possible. I have a few notes here. And learn to just laugh again. I watch some comedy shows at night sometimes, or I get on Facebook and watch some dog videos that make me laugh. Just little things like that. Whatever it is that uplift you, engage in it is the key factor here. Um, if you're able to eliminate as much stress and toxicity out of your life as you can, and then as you do that and focus on you, you start to feel that inner peace. It is so important to be at peace instead of in pieces. Life, again, as I always say, is a learning experience. Life is what you make it, and things come into our life for a reason, season, lifetime, or a lesson. And I'm at the part of the lesson because I want to learn them and move on so I don't have to repeat them. And what else I've learned so far is to remove toxic individuals out of my life by setting boundaries and talking about these boundaries and why they are being established. And if they continue to disrespect those boundaries, then I cut off, block, and delete. then I leave them where they are and I continue on this journey to heal. That is the key factor. And that was the hardest part so far on this healing journey for me to do. But I was able to master doing this as I continue to talk and work these things out through therapy. And please, people, have no shame or fear about therapy. It is to help you. It doesn't mean that something mentally is wrong with you. It's to help you to grow and evolve because the pain needs an outlet. And therapy is one source of it, of letting out that pain. And then once you get that off, it's like carrying a ton of bricks and trying to walk up a hill. And when you throw those bricks off your back, you can walk up that hill upright, lightly. You're lighter because of it. And that's the key factor here today. Love is always the answer. And I'm here sharing my experiences. Take what resonates with you and apply it within your own circumstances and see in time that things will get better. And always be optimistic, instead of in a space of being pessimistic about things because you can't grow from that. Thank you all for being here. Please share these videos with other people because some people are in a space of not just isolation but depression, which can lead to despair and hopelessness. And we don't want anyone in that space. This is a non-judgment zone, and we're here to help people to evolve and to grow and to be the best version of yourself that you can be, so that you can live life and not just exist in life. So that's the message today. Please hit that subscribe button so that you know when I'm here and you can join in or watch at whatever time you have time to watch. But with the when you subscribe, you'll get a notification as to when I'm on live, and continue to share these videos with others. You can leave me comments as to what's helping you, and I want to keep doing this. And as you get better, pay it forward to help other people because whatever you say that helped you to get through your trial and tribulation, it may resonate with someone else who's currently going through something, and it can help them with their own experience. Thank you again for being here. This is Lisa shedding love and light, and I'll be back tomorrow. I can't tell you what time, but please join me tomorrow for another new message. Thank you all and have a good evening. Bye for now.